All right, we are ringing in the new year here at Fox 43.
And we're helping you start the year off right with a lucky meal. Some people swear by eating black-eyed peas on New Year's Day because they're thought to symbolize wealth. They look like little coins when cooked. Well, for today's recipe box, we visited Big Daddy's in Virginia Beach for a meal that is not only delicious, it works for those watching their diet. We're ushering in some good luck for a new year through food. Black-eyed peas for many are a tradition, a New Year's Day meal that some say equals prosperity. We're in Virginia Beach at Big Daddy's, a touch of the South, with owner Fred Wills. He's going to show us how to make this good luck meal.
Black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas, and you love it, don't you?
Yes, they're very good. We cook them with smoked turkey, though. Some people in the old-fashioned, they use pork, but we use the smoked turkey because it's more healthier for you.
Hey, we're all about health, too.
Yes,
health and good luck.
I start out with 3 pounds of black-eyed peas, which is here.
Okay.
You pick through the bag to make sure it's nothing. When you open your bag, you always check your bag because sometimes, you know, in packing, they could have rocks or different things because of where it comes through. So you got to just look through them and you put them in as you go. Then you wash them because, you know, when you're packaging, anything can happen during packaging. So what you like to do is you like to wash them. And my mother, when I was a kid, she used to even soak her beans. And
like overnight, just in water?
Let them soak and they'll swell. And then that way they cook a little quicker. Then I take 2 pounds of your smoked turkey necks. The turkey necks has a tendency to hold more smoked flavor. The more of these you use, the less seasoning you have to use.
Where do you get that?
I order them from different meat places. I use Central Meats. Central Meats have them. They pack them for me and they have them special for me. And they're smoked turkey wings, as you can see. It's little pieces of meat that cooks through. It has a lot of seasoning because they've been smoked. You take 3 pounds of these and you mix with 3-pound bags of black-eyed peas.
Okay.
Some people would use less. The reason or purpose I use more is because like I said, I'm trying to cut back on seasoning. Okay, then you take these and you will put them in some water. Just like that, okay? Now, this is baking soda.
Right.
So why do you put baking soda?
The one that you put in the freezer.
Right. The reason why I use the baking soda is a lot of times beans and whatnot have a lot of gas and anti-acids in it.
Right.
So this will get rid of all that for you.
Are you serious?
Yes. And I usually take about a half a teaspoon and I put in there.
Okay.
Okay?
So that's not a whole lot that will do the job,
it does enough. It don't take much.
Okay.
I use bay leaves as well. Bay leaves, it gives it a different organic type flavor. And it's really good. I just put like 2-3 leaves in it. I take a little of seasoned oil, not seasoned salt, but seasoned oil. And I don't use much of it. I use about 1/8 of a cup. Then you do the same thing with your black pepper. Then I sit this on the stove, as we'll do here, and we'll cut a little slow light underneath. And you want to let that cook a little while so the meat will break down. So I would let that cook for like 45 minutes, real slow.
Okay, so you put the meat to cook for about 45 minutes, and in the meantime, you chop up some onions.
Chop up some onions. You don't use much. You take you a couple layers, and you sprinkle on top. And you just let that simmer. And like I said, for 45 minutes, that'll cook. And the flavor from the meat will get into the pot. You just add a little seasoning just to bring it out.
Okay, 45 minutes have passed. You put the meat on the stove, the onions there. Now the beans, which have been sitting on the counter, can go in the pot.
Right. And if you notice the beans, they have how they stiffen up and they're starting to swell. So that breaks them down a little bit so they'll cook real nice and tender. And you add your beans into the pot. I usually generally let them cook for like an hour and a half to 2 hours on a real slow cook. And then all your flavoring will come in. And I let them cook till they make their own gravy. Once it goes to a boil, once they start cooking and it goes to a boil, you want to cut down the heat to let them cook real slow and so they can simmer. So you don't want to rush the beans to cook. You want them to be tender. You want them to cook all the way through. Plus, you want your meat to be able to fall apart where you can enjoy it. See how they're cooking? Just let it keep stirring. After 2 hours, as you can see, this is the next step. But your meat is all through there. It's all tender. Everything is coming together. And you see, this is the brown sauce that I was telling you about. You see the gravy sauce?
The meat did that?
No, the beans did that. With the help of the meat, with the flavor. And what it is, they're nice and tender now. And you can see that smoked turkey, so you have plenty of meat. These are my smoked turkey neck black-eyed peas.
He loves them, and I did too. They were so good, so flavorful. Now, Fred is a diabetic, so he looks for recipes where he doesn't have to add, or he looks to make recipes where he doesn't have to add so much salt. So some folks use bacon, ham hocks, just stuff with a lot of salt in it, but he just adds the turkey and then doesn't have to add so much salt on top of it. His trick is as many beans as smoked turkey neck. So, I mean, tad less.
It looked good. I like what he said about don't rush the beans. I didn't know that you did the liquids first for 45 minutes and then put the beans in. I thought you just threw it all in and then walked away.
I would have done that, but it was good to get his take on it, and he has got certainly an interesting history. We've put all of that online in our exclusive web chat with him, and you can find the whole recipe online too at fox43tv.com.
And they're supposed to be lucky.
Yes, definitely.
Those black-eyed peas.
He has them every year.